Just imagine being a little 10-year-old boy, or maybe 9-year-old boy, just going onto his grandma's computer, aside from playing games, making the most random videos, and if not, pictures of himself, doing whatever it is he does, whether playing with toys, or smiling right at the camera, or playing Yahtzee. But what if he just continued doing it even to where his teenage years are? What led to this? Well, guys, you guys are about to hear all that stuff right now in this official documentary of Boy Genius himself. Hope you guys enjoy. Okay, so toddlerhood, technically, it was just a normal, happy, not childhood. We're not even into that yet. It was just like a normal toddlerhood, you know? Me being a baby, everybody, you know, being happy that I was brought into this world, and they still are. Everybody still loves and appreciates me to this day. I mean, of course, who wouldn't, you know? But, yeah. Me just being a baby was literally a good time, you know? And I miss it so much, you know? I had my sister with me. Like, she would literally be the one to, like, sometimes change my diapers and stuff like that, and get played with, stuff like that. And then I had my grandma Barb, my grandma Diane around, taking care of me and stuff like that, you know? What can I say? Life was good as a toddler. And it was so good that I would rather experience that again than any other thing in my life, you know? But let me tell you guys this, and I don't think you guys ever knew this at all, and I never told you guys this. So, before I was born, my mom, well, had another child, but it was a freaking, oh gosh, it was a freaking miscarriage, you know? If that miscarriage did not happen, I could have possibly had a brother. But no, it didn't happen. That didn't happen. And then my mom went to the doctor, and what she heard from the doctor was that after that baby that she had, she wasn't supposed to have any more babies and stuff like that. Which I'm still wondering to this day. If she wasn't supposed to have any more babies, how the heck did she have me? Now, I assume this was back in 2002 or 1, before I was born. So, if that never happened, if my mom didn't get pregnant again after that, I would have not have been here, guys. So, y'all are very lucky that y'all got me. And I am very lucky that I am that I even became in existence. And that I was even, at the time, a sperm count. Even though my mom was said to not have any more babies, again, after that miscarriage. Which I still find freaking... like, miracles freaking happen, don't they? Like, my mom's miscarriage, and then all of a sudden she got me. Like, wow. And I was born in Colorado Springs, Colorado, at this hospital. I can't remember which one, though, but it was a hospital. And I lived in that same area for nearly my whole life. But I was living in this green house. I can't remember the street name, though. But it's in the area. Okay, well, friggin' the light twitched. But yeah, I was living in the same area as I grew up in. But just a different house, though. And typical toddlerhood, you know. I don't want to get into, like, some of the other stuff because that will be for the next chapter. And I remember my mom telling me this, that my mom could not, like, you know, produce milk, so I couldn't drink milk from, you know, the chest. So how that worked was, I think they just went and got it from other people, or like a place or something, I don't know. And that could explain why I'm so tall. That I'm like almost 6 foot, 7 foot tall, and my dad and my mom are both midgets compared to me. Like, if you were to meet me in person, you guys would be totally blown away by that. But man, freaking, what a toddlerhood I had, though. Playing with the baby toys, stuff like that. And yeah, I also have some photos right here. And if that doesn't say good, great, awesome, loving, freaking toddlerhood, I possibly don't even know what else would say it. You know? It was just, life was good. And yet, 19 years later, it still is. But again, I'm gonna wait to tell you guys that. And like, yeah, friggin', when I just look back at these pictures, at pictures of me as a baby, just what awesomeness, you know? And I even got to go to my sister's school. Yes, I even got to go to my sister's school as a baby. I mean, I don't know if they had like a special sibling day or whatever, where you could bring your sibling or something like that, or if she was doing like a concert or whatever, I don't know. But yeah, I gotta say though, I will never forget these times at all, ever. Okay, so there's a very good reason why I chose the name that I chose for this part of the documentary. And it has a very big part in why I'm about to talk about in the next chapter. Life and childhood before posting stuff online. Childhood, I say, had its ups and downs. because, well, mainly ups, but some downs, you know. I mean, what childhood wouldn't have a little ups and downs, or downs and stuff like that, you know? Especially being a kid with learning disabilities and autism and stuff like that. There's gonna definitely be some rough times, you know? But on the main part, though, childhood, especially during this time of my life, like what I'm about to share with you guys, is something that I would also really love to experience again. If I could just build a time machine and then go back, we're all set, you know? But freaking, yeah, anyways, man, I remember when wait, no, I don't even want to talk about that yet. So, life was very nostalgic now that I look back on it. I mean, before I started going to school, and a little bit of when I started going to school, childhood was normal for me, you know? I will never forget it. I remember when it would just be me and my grandma. My mom lived somewhere else. I don't know why. When she lived somewhere else, she'd come over, we'd hang out, stuff like that, and then she would take me to her house and all that stuff, you know. And at my mom's house, I had this broken down Jeep Power Wheels toy that didn't work anymore. I don't know why it didn't work, but it didn't work. And I can say that's probably what got me into cars all these years later. And because I would just get in the little Jeep and it wouldn't move, so I pretend I was driving. I had the steering wheel, and like I would drive it, pretend like I'm driving it, and it had like a little radio thing in it, and it didn't work, but I would pretend I was like listening to whatever station I liked. I can't remember the name. Yeah, but I would pretend like I was listening to it, because that's the only way I could listen to it back then, was if I was in the car. Because back then, we didn't have computers or phones, and I didn't have a computer or a phone. I wasn't even old enough to. I wasn't even old enough to have my own console, like my own Xbox, or my own PlayStation, or my own Wii, or anything like that. But yet, I was old enough to watch TV, and I would used to watch friggin' Teletubbies and stuff like that, and America's Funniest Home Videos, when Tom Bergeron was still hosting it. Man, like, I remember every, friggin' Sunday night, or Friday night, whenever it came on, because I know back then, AFE or AFV used to like be on a different time slot, but then they moved it to Sundays, and it's been on the Sundays ever since, except for the reruns. I just now watched an episode of AFV with Alfonso Ribeiro, and yesterday was Saturday, so it came on Saturday yesterday. But yeah, I would watch AFE with my grandma and stuff like that, and with my mom too, sometimes, if I remember. But friggin' being autistic and stuff like that, and having sensitivity or sensory issues, things like that back then. Certain things, you know, used to like scare me that maybe you guys don't get scared of, but I do, though. I remember every Saturday night on Fox, my grandma would turn it into America's Most Wanted, and my God, I was so scared of that show. And I'm not anymore, but I used to be when I was little. And just no matter how many times my grandma tried to like comfort me and say it was okay, it's okay, like, you know, it just didn't work. And then my cousin Kimberly gave me the fear of balloons when she popped one. Yeah, like freaking popped a balloon. I used to like playing with balloons back then until my cousin Kimberly did what she did. She popped it and it like scared me for life, because I still am scared of balloons popping. But Kimberly, if you're watching this, I forgive you. I love you, okay? Like, you didn't know any better back then. But I forgive you, though. You know? And, yeah. And another reason why I think I'm obsessed, or what gave me my obsession with cars and stuff like that, was back then I used to like pretend like I had a stick shift. Like, I don't know why I was so obsessed with stick shifts, like manual stick shifts. Like, I don't know why I was so obsessed with them, but I was. And car stereos too. I remember I stopped doing this shortly, like real quick. But I remember I would go, like, look in people's cars and stuff like that. Look at their stereo and crap. But then I stopped doing that. Not too long after, though. I broke that habit and I stopped doing it because I hear that that is a crime that will get you into a lot of trouble and it will make you look really suspicious. You know? And that's not what I want. I don't want to be suspicious or guilty of any crimes. You know? So I stopped doing it. And I remember the new way I had to do it was I had to wait to go to Walmart with my grandma or my mom. And I remember every time we'd get into the Walmart, I would like beg and beg and beg for them to like let me go in the car stereo section or take me to it. And if they said no, I used to like throw a bunch of temper tantrums and stuff like that. And while we're on that subject, guys, while we're on that subject, you just heard me saying throwing fits and stuff like that. I used to throw a lot of fits, okay? I'm not gonna lie. Like, I had behavioral problems. Like, I'd throw fits and stuff like that over anything, really. And even in school and stuff like that, too. Yeah, like, I'd throw fits, I'd throw tantrums and things like that. It was just not a good look. But I proved them teachers wrong and I became a good kid. Like, look at how I am now. You know? Actually, the teachers and stuff that I had knew I was a good kid, but I just had behavioral problems, so, yeah. And, like, I remember starting school early. I got Head Start. I was in Head Start for the first year in my entire life. Like, my first ever year in school. Because of my disabilities and things like that. And I remember my grandma, she told me that she used to come in and, like, help me out and the other kids and stuff out. Yeah. And I had my freaking book that I made when I was in first grade, but I don't have it now. It's in my old house back in South Dakota. I had it, but I don't have it here with me now. Like, it's in South Dakota along with my other baby pictures and stuff like that. So, yeah. That freaking book is gone. Like, freaking, I would have showed you guys it too. And, yeah. Then, I also remember when our family had flip phones, stuff like that. And that is where the filming and stuff comes in. Just like that. But back then, when I first started doing videos on the flip phones and stuff like that, I couldn't just share them to Facebook or YouTube or anywhere for that matter, because I was using a small little flip phone. Like, you want to know who could watch them though? My grandma, my mom, and me, or anybody else that I showed it to if I had the phone on me. And I remember I'd film I think one time I filmed myself watching The Lion King on my VHS player and stuff like that. I don't remember what else, if I did anything else, I don't remember. But I really remember The Lion King though. Like, I filmed it because that was like one of my favorite animated films of all time. Other than Toy Story, which I also had. I had Toy Story 2 on VHS. And I think I had Finding Nemo, but I think it was on DVD or something. Or VHS. I don't know. I can't remember again. Well, yeah, I was lucky enough to even have the good TV and stuff when TV was still good at the time. But yeah, I remember just growing up in that area, and that area was just so awesome. You know? And the memories I made there. Like, before I went on the camera. You know? Oh, and around 2008 or 9, I remember when my cousin was first born, I would go over to their house and I watched her husband play the Xbox 360, which I became obsessed with. But I was young and I wasn't even old enough to play though. So the only thing I could do was just watch him play. But then one day, on my birthday, June 20th of 2008 or 9, I think, I got a SpongeBob video game plug and play thing, and that was by far one of my most favorite toys ever, because like it was my first video game I've ever owned. And then I got a Pac-Man game sometime later. I don't really remember at all, but that's pretty much what happened. And I can tell you, like, it was, I just wish I could be in that time again, you know, where I could just play them and stuff like that, and keep them as collectibles. Really, I should have kept those daggone things, but my mom and grandma threw them out, though. But they didn't know that I wanted to keep them, so, yeah. And also, I just remember being autistic and stuff at the time. I was just like a really quiet kid. Like, I barely even spoke at all. Like, I was learning how to speak, but I barely spoke at all, though. And again, I had a lot of behavioral problems. And I have weird chewing obsessions, and I still do. I chew on paper and straws and stuff like that, and I still do. I don't chew on gum. I do, but I don't. I chew on paper and stuff like that. Yeah, I know that's gross, but if you were me, then it's just like normal. Like, it's freaking part of me, and I'm afraid it probably forever will be a part of me, you know.
I bring it back on Sammy in the bed and the bed boat.
2011, 2012, 2013 were possibly some of my most favorite years, because I finally was able to go online, and at the time we had just gotten a laptop with a webcam, and my grandma made a Facebook account, and at the time my mom had one. So I was legit the main star here. Every day I would post a video to my grandma's Facebook, whether that would be me playing toys or doing absolutely nothing. But then around this time, my mom took pictures of me literally what felt like every day. I was the main star of this whole entire thing. And yeah, and I should have been. Okay, we're back. So yeah, my grandma got a new computer at this time, and this is the time that completely changed my life, my childhood forever. Basically, if you want to put it that way. Part of my childhood was overtaken by technology, the new technology. So, yeah. Oh man, the amount of times I can just tell, the memories and stuff I could just tell you right now. And I'm gonna get to them in this one. First off, let's take this back, because I actually just remembered something. Yep. I left something out when I started this. My video game obsession started even before my grandma got her computer. Why? Because I remember I had a neighbor who gave me a bunch of toys and stuff like that when he was moving out. And I remember one of them being a Sega Game Gear. And boy, that thing was huge. It was a portable gaming console. And all I can remember playing on it was Sonic the Hedgehog. Now, I was also a fan of Sonic the Hedgehog too. And I was a fan of Mario. So I was a fan of Mario and Sonic the Hedgehog. And yeah, like, I remember playing with that a whole lot. Then I don't remember what happened to it. Like, what if I got rid of it or not. So yeah, I was introduced to electronics at a very young age. Because remember the cell phones, me taking pictures and taking videos, stuff with it. Now I have a Game Gear. And then my grandma gets a laptop. And I started doing my videos on the laptop, sharing them to Facebook and stuff like that. But, yeah. And I just said why I wanted to share, what made me share them to Facebook and stuff like that. I'm not going to repeat it all again. I know, I'm sorry, I repeat myself a lot. I know. So, what was my childhood like outside of me doing my little videos and pictures and stuff like that? Taking pictures with my mom, you know, making memories. What did I do? Okay. So I was just your average kid, you know, living in Colorado Springs, Colorado. And it was me, my grandma, and my mom. And from time to time it would be me and my grandma, because my mom would go places, stuff like that. I was just your normal loving kid, you know, like I was just a normal happy child, except for when I threw tantrums. But who really cares about the tantrums, though? Honestly, let's not talk about the tantrums. I'm here to give you like the good stuff, you know. Let's not talk about the tantrums and stuff like that. I honestly don't want to remember it. But I was just your typical happy child. And who loved to do stuff and had favorite hobbies and things like that. And who went to school and stuff like that and was just the best thing a teacher could have in their classroom. So, yeah, here we go. I liked going on car rides with my mom, bus rides with my mom. Yeah, bus rides with my mom. I just like going places with my mom. And if that's not fun to you, then, oh, well, guess what? Not about you. And then I also liked watching TV, of course. I told you guys I like watching America's Funniest Home Videos and stuff with my grandma. I liked watching that every Sunday when it came on for a new episode. And golly, can you believe it's in its 30th season already? But really, rest in peace, Bob Saget, though. Like, he was the one that started all this to begin with. Okay, so back on topic. I liked watching AFV, Teen Titans Go, which I hate it now. I don't know what made me like it. But if it wasn't for Teen Titans Go, I wouldn't even know what Teen Titans would even be, period. Like, I remember one time I was looking for Teen Titans Go videos on YouTube to watch as a my little 9-year-old, 8-year-old self. And then I came across the original Teen Titans. Probably the best thing that I could have ever found. Like, I didn't know there was even a Teen Titans before Teen Titans Go at the time. And man, I just fell in love with it. Like, freaking, oh my god! Like, freaking, oh man, like, it's just so many memories when I talk about this show, you know? Like, freaking watching Robin fight Slade and stuff like that. I remember watching it on Boomerang when I went to my cousin's house and they had Boomerang and I watched it. Like, I'm like, ooh, Teen Titans is on, yeah, we gotta go watch it. And then me and my cousin Aiden would watch it. And oh my god, dude. When I saw Starfire, man, I just had a crush on her. She was my first ever TV crush. Think about that, guys. Like, That's why I'm getting such a reaction out of this. Like, just the good times I had watching this show. So yeah, I liked watching TV. I liked watching Cartoon Network. I like playing with toys, even off camera, and making my room a mess. That. Yeah, like, I made my toys would be everywhere. Like, I don't know why I think of that as such nostalgia, though. But still, you know, like, such nostalgia just talking about this right now. And then I liked going to downtown to the water parks in Colorado Springs, Colorado. I liked going to this water park called Uncle Wilbur Water Park, if I'm naming it correctly. But, like, it was like this water park where, like, it was like a circle, you know, and it had the sprinklers and stuff all over. And then it had, like it was a big circle structure thing. I'm trying to explain it to you guys. And it had, like, a waterfall. Like just water just was, like, falling like how it does in a waterfall kind of thing. And then every now and again, like, freaking Uncle Wilbur, the Uncle Wilbur statue would, like, come out of the top, and then, like, it would spray extra water. If you guys live in Colorado Springs and have been to downtown, I'm pretty sure you guys know what I'm trying to talk about. If you're having a hard time understanding, you know, it's like a water park and it has that blue top on it. If you guys live in Colorado Springs and have been downtown before, then you should know what I'm talking about. I know what I'm talking about. But yeah, I just loved going there so much. I loved water parks and stuff too. Then I liked taking trips. Field trips, you know, like, one time my class went to the bowling alley and stuff like that. And that's where I developed, I think generally that's where I developed my true liking for bowling, you know. But I never joined bowling, you know. Like, I never joined a team or a professional bowling team or a PBA, you know. Yeah. And can we go back? There's something else I left out too. And this is about the bowling thing. I remember having Mega Blocks. The same Mega Blocks that you guys might have saw, like, in the clip where I was, like, pretending it was a gun. Yeah. I would use those same Lego blocks, but I would take the single ones, the one by one pieces, and I'd set them up like bowling pins, and then I would throw the ball, or what ball I had, down in the middle of the kitchen and, like, pretend like it was a bowling alley. Then I just keep on doing it. I'd do it forever. Pretty much the whole day if I could. Yeah, like, I was so obsessed with bowling. I don't know what made me so obsessed with it. And I still don't to this day, but that's what I like about me. I just find the most random thing and I make it an obsession. Just like with the ABC logo, me liking the logos and car stereos and gear shifts and stuff like that, you know. We're all a little bit weird, you know. What else? made my childhood days. Ice cream trucks definitely made my day. Oh my gosh. The amount of times on YouTube and in real life I would, like, anytime I would see ice cream trucks on YouTube and in real life, I had to go outside and I had to see it and watch it. Or on YouTube, I would go and just watch ice cream trucks for hours and, like, you know. I think that's another reason why I like Chevy vans, you know. Because you can use them for ice cream trucks. And then just use them for food trucks, use them for anything. Chevys are like freaking durable, you know, like every company, every food company, like food truck company, ice cream truck company, you name it, they use Chevys, Chevy step vans. And if you're an ice cream truck place, I'm sure you've seen I'm sure you've seen like an ice cream truck in the form of an old Chevy G30 or G20 conversion van, like from the 1980s or 70s or 90s or 60s, 2000s, whatever. Like, whatever you can use a Chevy for, I'm sure you can do it. But that's for another time, though. Back onto the video. And I also liked playing with Legos and stuff like that. And I'm just gonna say a weird thing right now, like, because I have chewing habits. And, like, I would put stuff in my mouth. I'd put Legos in my mouth, too. Again, don't know why. I just had that habit of chewing stuff. And I'm sure you guys have noticed that. I mean, I'm sure you guys have seen, like, videos with me, like, chewing paper. Stuff like that, you know? But yeah, that technically sums up my whole entire childhood right there. That's all I can remember is me moving around so much, me liking ice cream trucks, and the whole computer thing, and things like that. My memory's good, but it's going bad though. Like, yeah. Teenage years. Teenage videos. Made by me. I got to finally do some stuff that I never ever thought about doing when I was little. I never thought I would record myself going bowling at all, or doing parodies, or driving the car, or just hanging out with friends, doing travel vlogs. I never thought I would even do myself doing tricks off the diving board. I never thought I would have done such things when I was littler. Well, guess what? Those dreams have came true. The notes to my younger self that I made, that I wanted to continue doing this, and I never thought I'd continue doing it, honestly. I thought it was just going to be something that I would forget about in the long run. But no, look at me, still doing YouTube, still making videos of me doing random crap at any quality that I do, you know. And I know you guys are asking, Jared, how come you never get like good quality cameras or some stuff like that. Well, I mean, like, when, like, what I have is working for me right now, why do I need to replace it? Why do I even need to go spend money on a camera? I mean, it'd be awesome to have one, you know, but I just have been used to doing this for so long that I honestly don't really find the need to replace something. That's one thing I've been taught, even growing up, doing the quality videos on my little HP laptop back then. You know, it may not be good quality, like a good quality camera or a good quality sound, but like freaking, you know, I just stick to what I got. You know, I was just taught to stick to what I got, you know. And plus, that way I don't gotta go waste money on a camera. Why waste money on a camera when I can film off of my cell phone? I mean, I'm fine with doing that. I don't care what everybody else thinks. If I'm a loser, if I'm a loser because you won't get a new camera, you're not gonna... Oh, I mean, like, maybe one day I'll get a camera, okay? But when I want to, like, you guys can't tell me what to do and how to run my channel and stuff like that. I do agree I should, like, go buy stuff, but freaking, yeah. Like, if you go on my live stream, you know my voice is, like, not high quality sounding, but again, I was taught to just, like, work with what I got and be happy with what I got. I am even happy that I got anything at all, you know. I'm just so grateful for what I got and, like, what I'm been giving and what I am giving and what I am getting in life, you know. Yeah. So, my teenage years, man, it was just a very typical teenage year. Teenage years, I meant to say. Like, going through puberty, man. Going through voice changes and things like that. It's awkward, you know. Who likes going through puberty? I mean, I finally like the fact that I got a deep voice now and not a little high-pitched voice anymore, but still, it's like embarrassing. Like when your voice cracks. I mean, my voice still cracks sometimes, but like when you're first going through it, you can barely even speak a sentence without hitting a high note or a blank note. Like, when you're speaking, your voice goes out because you're just going through that puberty change and stuff like that. And don't even get me started on the freaking bottom part of my body, okay? We're not going to talk about that, though, honestly. Yeah, I'd rather not talk about that, though. So, but yeah, teenage years are another thing that I'm gonna look back on years later once I'm in my 30s. I'm almost in my 20s as of this video, or as of this documentary, guys. You know, just going through. Okay. Let me reword that, okay? Teenage years is definitely, when, like, it started, definitely something I would want to go back to, but something I wouldn't want to go back to, okay? I want to go back to the times when I had my mom, you know, that, of course. Like, seeing, like, her seeing me going through middle school and stuff like that, and, like, being able to, like, sit there and see me graduate from middle school to high school. You know, just stuff like that. But when my teenage years came, like, so did those emotions. My emotions finally came. And boy, was I the angriest son of a gun ever. Like, I got freaking anger problems out of the freaking blue. Like, I would blow up and, like, destroy stuff. And, like, hit things and stuff like that. Freaking, like, I had to have therapy, and somehow I got through that, you know, like, for my anger problems. And I haven't had any anger problems. I haven't had any episodes anymore. I quit going through them a long time ago, though, but back then they were shit. Like, you would not want to be around me when I'm angry. Like, and I still kind of, like, I still get angry, but I don't throw shit anymore. I don't slam doors anymore, which I used to do when I get angry. I used to slam the door to my room, and I would throw stuff, and, like, sometimes I would scream, or sometimes I would, you know, let's move on, okay? So other than the puberty and my emotions finally developing, I'd say teenage years, again, had its ups and downs. I mean, what part of your life doesn't have an up and down? But man, teenage years, man, that was something, bro. Like, I remember just going through middle school and stuff like that. And I was finally old enough to be one of the cool kids, bro. Like, I just felt the need to be a cool kid so badly. And I don't know how I developed that energy just to try it out and stuff like that. Freaking, I was listening to, like, Juju on the Beat and Hit the Quan and stuff like that. Even doing Hit the Folks in school. Even hanging out with the boys and things like that. I don't know where I just got that sudden coolness from. Oh! I know where. My mother gave me my personality and stuff like that. Not only personality, but, you know, like the kids and stuff like that are on social media. They're on Musical.ly, which was TikTok back then. YouTube, man. YouTube had a part in me becoming who I am. Vines and stuff like that have had a part into who I am now. Like, it kind of gave me some freaking comedy humor, like, you know. Like, I was that typical middle schooler who thought he was cool and stuff like that. And same with at home. I still was a good kid, you know, like, still awesome. And, yeah. And I even, I had a girlfriend. Yes. Your boy genius himself had a girlfriend at one point. Man, I felt like the fucking badass. Like, I felt like such a badass that I had a girlfriend, and, like, she kissed me in front of everybody. Man, I thought a lot of mofos were gonna be jealous of me the next day when I came back to school because of what they saw. Or, I'm not sure if they saw it, but I remember, like, my girlfriend, like, she kissed me and, like, freaking in the middle of a huge crowd, like, because we were outside as the buses and stuff were getting ready to pick us up because it was time to go home. Man, she came up to me and kissed me. I was like, what? Dude, my friends and everything were, like, watching from the bus that I was getting on to go home, man. Oh my god, one of my friends' reactions, bro. Like, he was so... Dude, he was, like, so freaking, like, excited, bro. Like, he was like, oh, you guys are... He was like, oh, you guys are having... frick. I can't even remember. He was like, oh, you got a girlfriend? You got a girlfriend? You guys are kids. Oh, you guys are lovebirds. You know, you guys probably had that one friend who would do something like that. Come on, I know you guys have one friend that would do something or say something like that if he saw you kissing a girl, bro. Or a girl kissing you, bro. Like, she legit kissed me, and then we got in trouble for it. Yes, we got caught. Our teacher saw it. I'm like, no way. This guy saw us kiss, bro. Like, I was like, oh gosh, he saw us, didn't he? No. Like, he saw us. I just don't know how... Again, I still ask myself, I just don't know how I got to be a badass middle schooler. Man, like, I had grade A's and B's and stuff like that on every freaking report card that I got. Were just all A's and B's, like... Yeah, like, I had all A's and B's on my report cards. I remember one time my mom took me out to Red Robin just to celebrate it. Me getting so many of these report cards that had A's and B's on them. Like, man, I am the smartest dude ever. Like, I am the coolest dude ever. Freaking, that's what I thought to myself. And I still like to think of that to myself because I got a YouTube channel and you guys don't. And man, I remember even being the freaking richest kid in school with the school money, bro. Like, we had school money where you'd like go and like every Thursday during lunch period you get to go like into the cafeteria, get your lunch, of course. Then they would have this thing called the Starbucks store. Like, you had Starbucks. They called the school money Starbucks. Yeah, no, I'm not talking about the coffee company Starbucks. I'm talking about our school money that they named Starbucks. Man, I was the richest mofo in there, man. Like, freaking, I had so many Starbucks in Fox Meadow Middle School, man. Everybody was jealous of me. They were, like, asking me, oh, can you buy this for me? Can you give me some Starbucks? Oh, can you buy this for me? Hey, Jared, can you buy this for me? Like, everybody jumping on my dick. Just for some Starbucks, bro. Like, what? Everybody be like jumping on me, bro, like for Starbucks. I was like, whoa, this is what I get for being richest kid in school? Dang, man, I might have to lose a few friends, man. Like, freaking everybody was just, frick. Sorry. Itchies. Man, like, cause like, I had to tell them no every single time that they couldn't have my Starbucks. They had to go and get their own, you know. But man, what a decade that was. And then I graduated middle school finally. And yeah, then I went on to high school. And I think during this... Frick. I'm trying to remember something. But yeah, then my girlfriend broke up with me, and then, like, I was just feeling so sad, though. Like, I had my heart broken. But, like, it clearly, like, it got better. Like, I'm usually not the kind of person who just fall into depression because somebody broke up with them kind of person. Like, I'm not like that. I do get upset, but then it wears off. That's just how I am. Like, I probably get over something like this pretty easily. And then once I got into high school, like, a friend of mine was at the school, and she's like a year older than me, and man, she got to be my darn girlfriend too. Like, we used to like we would go on the phone and stuff, talk all hours of the night, and then play Roblox like all hours of the night. It didn't matter if it was like a school night or whatever. Oh no, we would actually get off, actually, at a decent time, though. I never once stayed up late. Like, we never stayed up all hours of the night on school nights, but, like, on the weekends, I think we would do it. And then, man, I made, like, more friends and stuff like that in high school. Like, I even had my friend Dakota and AJ and stuff again. Like, man, I'm starting off my 9th grade year amazingly with a freaking bang! Like, man, like, I didn't know what other better way I could, like, start the year, you know? But man, again, I was still continuing that A and B grades. Like, I still got A's and B's in grades. And I was student of the month one time. Guys, I'm the kind of student that you would want in your school, no matter what. Like, elementary or friggin', well, maybe not elementary. I was a little shit back then. So maybe not elementary. I'm thinking maybe middle school you'd want me in, you know? And then, sadly, after a few months, I moved away from Colorado Springs. I moved to South Dakota. You guys know that. You longtime Boy Genius fans know that. That I moved from Colorado Springs, Colorado to Faulkton, South Dakota. And then I just, like, felt lonely again, you know? Like, I didn't really, like, I went to a new school and it didn't feel as exciting, you know, like as the first school that I went to before I moved, you know, like, it didn't really have it didn't have an exciting start, but it ended up being exciting though, because I eventually made some friends. But the friend that I made on the first day was Dylan, man. Dylan, if you're watching this video, you're always my boy, you know? Like, you always my bro, you know? You always my friend, man. Then I made more friends, like Charlie, Daniel, Sawyer, Mason, other stuff like that. You guys might have not have seen them, though, in any videos. Stuff like that. And again, I was a popular kid in school, man. Like, I just don't know. I don't know how I got to be, like, some people, like, I just don't know, like, what made them like me so much all of a sudden, you know? Like, everybody liked me in Faulkton. Everybody loved me, man. They respected me and stuff like that. And they admired me, like, for what I do, you know? And for who I am as a human being, you know? Yeah. And everything was going normally, you know, going to school, stuff like that, living at home with my mom and my dog. Man, like, what better life could I possibly ask for than what I was living, man? Yeah, I didn't think so. I didn't think I would ask for anything better, because there was nothing better than just being at home with my mom and dog. Yeah. So we were living quietly and peacefully in the small town of Faulkton, South Dakota. But my excitement slowly drifted away from being in Faulkton. Like, after I graduated, then I just didn't really care to, like, live there anymore, you know? Like, I wanted to move away. And I kind of just felt lonely again after I graduated. Like, nothing felt the same. I mean, of course, I still had some friends, like Elliot, and, like, them guys that you see in the swimming pool videos. But, like, when the dust settled, like, after I was hanging out with them, I just felt lonely, man. Like, I didn't feel as happy as I used to. Like, I felt I had no purpose in even being in Faulkton anymore. Like, I just wanted to move out, but I didn't know when I was going to do it or how I was going to do it. But then, October, I think, came, and this is not how I wanted it to end either. Like, I wanted to move, but I didn't want it to be like this, you know, like how I am now, like where I'm at now currently, man. Like, in October, yeah, we went to Aberdeen, and we went to my uncle's house for the night, because we had a long drive. We were coming up here, and we were supposed to be here for, like, not even 2 days, and then we were supposed to go back home. Man, I'm sorry, guys. Like, literally, I just still cannot freaking fathom this. Still, like, I still just can't do it, man. Like, we were supposed to come up here for, like, 2 days, right? And then we were supposed to, like, yeah, this is kind of hard to, like, talk about, you know? Like, it's still hard to talk about. Like, we were supposed to come up here and say our... shoot. And, like, spend some time with Grandma, you know? Like, before she left, before she passed, you know? And then we were supposed to leave on my mom's birthday, man. Like, it was at night. We were supposed to leave. And my mom just got horribly sick, man. And then it just got worse from there. And then she could just no longer, like, battle it anymore. And then she died, man. And I know I didn't want to talk about this either, man. Like, frick, it's getting me emotional now. Like, legit. And yeah, that's my teenage years right there. It had a very good start. It was a very joyful kind of ride, you know? Making friends, doing stuff that I never even dreamt of doing. I never even dreamt I'd go to friggin' Mount Rushmore. Like, I never thought I'd dream of doing that. But life, man, like, you never know. You never know what could happen tomorrow or the next day or next month or next week, next year, you know? Like, you... possibilities are endless, you know? Yeah. So that is my teenage years. And I'm not including the YouTube stuff like that. Because I just want to talk about it in a separate chapter. I'm going to make another chapter for it, for this documentary. Documentary. What the heck even is that? A documentary? I never even heard of that. See, that's another thing about me. I know how to turn something that I fudged up sometimes into a joke. Like, documentary. Man, one day, I seriously swear, I think I'm gonna have to make a freaking bloopers video of me trying to do something like this, and then I mess up. I'm gonna have to, like, do something about that, you know, like, save it for a bloopers compilation. I should probably do that sometime. I don't know when, though, but I might. And, so, that is my teenage years. Oh man, there's stories and stuff behind this one, man. YouTube. I started YouTube. Well, I didn't technically start YouTube, but I started going on YouTube in 2012. And I made some videos on my mom's YouTube page, which I don't have them up now. I think my mom might have deleted them. But it was me playing Wii, I think, and some other videos, and some Xbox 360 videos, especially when I just got it. I remember I did a video on it. My Xbox 360 when I just got it, brand new out of the box. But I don't have it up anymore. Yeah, none of that stuff is up on my channel anymore, or on my mom's channel anymore. Again, I was posting on there because, you know, I just needed a place to go and film and stuff like that. And my mom's account was the only place I could go to. I couldn't really film off of my own channel. I wasn't old enough to have my own channels and stuff yet. And I don't know how long I kept it for, though. Honestly, yeah. Then I created a channel myself in 2015, but it only has a few videos of it. Me playing with my Hulk toys and stuff like that. And those got nothing, man. Like, I got no likes or anything, really. I only have 4 subscribers, and I posted some videos. And, yeah, that channel didn't really take off at all. And where did I get the ideas from for the videos and stuff? I have no clue. Again, this was 2015, so I still really didn't know what I was doing yet on YouTube or anything like that. My videos were just a bunch of bullshit until we fast forward into 2017 when Boy Genius has first started. Boy Genius first started March 7th, 2017. Where did I get the name Boy Genius from? I think I got it from Jimmy Neutron, some sort. But then I compared it with the boy, the meme, and how you spell it. My channel was originally spelled B01G3n1us. I didn't have the numbers yet. But now it's B01 G3n1us. And I published stuff like Roblox in real life videos and like gameplay videos, Roblox gameplay videos. I guess I just wanted to be a Roblox YouTuber. And where did I get... And you guys might have even saw in the beginning of Boy Genius on this channel, you saw me doing Roblox videos in real life. And you guys might be wondering, Jared, where did you get the idea of doing Robloxians in real life? Well, I got it from this guy on YouTube named Maxis, M-A-X-X-Z. And like, he had a bunch of Roblox and real life videos and stuff like that, which I honestly thought were pretty funny. So I thought I could do kind of like something like that, but like different, you know, like I did things differently than he did, obviously, like, yeah. And the Minecraft videos, the gameplay videos, things like that, like, I see, like, what other YouTubers do and stuff, and I, like, kind of want to fit in on it, you know, but, of course, I don't go and, like, try to copy every YouTuber. I mean, like, try to be too much like them in a way. That's just the thing, like, that's the thing I ask myself. Why do people gotta copy off of everybody on YouTube? Like, you see a lot of channels on YouTube that are just way too similar to another, and I feel like that just alters the creativity of somebody. Like, why not come... they're basically like this. Hey, let's just copy off this person, even though we can just come up with our own ideas. Like, why bother come up with our own ideas when we could just steal ideas from another person? I mean, it's not exactly like that sometimes, though. I do understand that, but yeah. And why did I want to become a YouTuber or a future YouTuber? Because I'm not even quite even there yet. Right now, I'm at... Let's see. Right now, I am at... 281 subscribers. Almost 300, guys. So what made me want to, like, be a YouTuber? Even all those years ago, like back in 2012, when I started using the service to, like, publish my videos on. Number one, people can see what you do, whether that's family, friends, or complete total strangers. Two, it just sounds fun to me, and Like, you can do anything you want except for porn and stuff like that. I don't know why you do porn. And 3, you get to have subscribers and you get more and more famous. And then you build like a fan base, stuff like that. People like your videos and they give suggestive feedback in the comments and stuff like that. Yeah, I think that's all I can reason right there. I mean, I can't think of any others. People can share your videos to like Facebook and stuff like that. You can, you know, do whatever the heck you want, as long as you're not like doing anything bad, of course. I mean, really. Yeah, so that's why I want to be a YouTuber, because like you could do a bunch of cool like stuff. You can like play games and stuff. You can go live and you can build a fan base. You can either do it while going live, or you can just simply publish videos and stuff like that, and people go on there and watch them, and then they decide whether they like them or not, or they just go on to another video, or they like it and then they subscribe and they click the bell, and then they do want more, like more of what you're like putting up on the internet and stuff like that, you know. But I think that's all I can think about, though, really, why I want to be a YouTuber. I can't think of any other reasons right now. Oh, you get, like, people can, like, watch your videos and stuff like that, your edits. Like, they can see, like, how you feel about a certain thing or something like that. Like, you know, you can do, like, any kind of video you want. And, yeah. And then you can just keep building your channel as it goes on. And, yeah. But, you know what does suck about YouTube now, though? Is they got rid of the, all the features and stuff like that you can use to decorate your channel with. You know, like the old layout, like from back in the 2000s and stuff like that. I thought that was pretty cool. Like, they should definitely bring it back, because I want to have my channel layout customed instead of the boring white page we get now. But yeah, guys, I think I've listed everything that I could in this documentary. I mean, I don't know what else I can really talk about. But yeah, if you guys leave a like and subscribe. Make sure you click that subscribe button and turn on the notifications if you want more videos and stuff like that. Maybe more live streams. I definitely plan on doing more of those sometime. Yeah. Alright, guys. This has been the documentary of Boy Genius. Hope you guys enjoyed. Yeah. So that is my teenage years. And I'm not including the YouTube stuff like that, because I just want to talk about it in a separate chapter. I'm gonna make another chapter for it, for this documentary. Documentary. What the heck even is that? A documentary? I never even heard of that.